Hi guys, overnight session daily reviews resume today. I switched from the desktop view to the app view. So yeah, let's get some higher time frame analysis done, and then let's jump into the reviews. So first thing first, I'm the realist. This is the start of the week. Looking back, we would reasonably be looking at a few things on the higher time frame to be significant. The first thing is going to be this right here is the last time that price, let's put that magnet thingy on, makes life easier. This is the last time that price took a daily high after it was one-sided for quite some time. Then this is the sell side liquidity that existed before this buy side was taken. So once that low, that daily low is taken, you find the day that does it, find the close, you get your fib, and that gives you your daily dealing range. Voila. Now, once you have that, here's your 50%. And everything else will make sense after that. So these are the levels that are important. We've already traded to 50%, so that's no longer important. Thursday is the last time the algorithm created a daily range and we failed to leave. So Friday, we stayed inside this. Monday, we opened back inside this. That means for reference points, since there's no new range created yet, if we understand what we believe we understand, the algorithm should seek that. So 50% of the body here, pretty sure you could argue high to low, but I like the bodies. So that is your key level. Next key level is pretty obvious. Everybody should have that on their charts. That here is a daily pool of sell side liquidity, engineered origin, all the good stuff that we want. So now that price is trading down here, I'm forced to look at the last down candle we traded through on a daily chart. And I'm looking at the fact that this is a whole lot of sell side liquidity inside a daily order block. So the significance of this candle's high drops dramatically, and I start looking at that. So now I would like to see if there's willingness from price action to get below whatever this level is on your chart. I know that the feed may be different. And yeah, so once we get to this here, on principle, the upper 50% should be important. And I like the fact that the liquidity is just above equilibrium. So let's see if they could dig into that and then maybe new highs. Yeah, like the sound of that. So these are going to be the main levels that I'll be using once I get to a lower time frame. Let's start with a hourly chart. Bam, bam, bam. So here's our dealing range. I don't think we need it for this day's trading, since after this low was created, we already retraced and then pushed lower, which means there's no more need for a premium run if we're going lower. All right, this is your dealing range. When this daily high was taken, and that daily low was taken, here to here, buy side, sell side, classic definition. Price already retraced, then expanded. Since this retracement has already changed its delivery to sell side, I'm no longer expecting this high to be taken, for example, if we're bearish. So just lower prices. So keep. Now 4 a.m. started somewhere inside here. If you want to start your analysis on the hourly chart, your 4 a.m. is that guy right there. So this would be the information you have. And this would be Thursday's body right here. So you'll be looking at that, anticipating some kind of run here. And that's all we need from an H1 chart. Everything else here is not as important to me. So now we drop into getting rid of that guy, going straight into the M5 using the indicator created by Joshua, easily accessible by using TradingView. So now this is where we are. So I can get this off like that. So we're going into the day. This is the information that we have. This is your overnight session. Your sell side liquidity is this gray area down here. And this is your key level, right? Which means from a anticipatory standpoint, you would be expecting something that looks like this. Some persons might find this to be, yeah, so easy because you already know it. But I'm putting this on YouTube. So you're expecting some type of run above overnight session high to the key level, then a change in the state of delivery, then a short. This is an idea that you should now be comfortable anticipating. You've seen it too many times. And if you haven't seen it enough times, think of the OB model. This is the OB model, but with other elements. The OB model assumes that liquidity is just here. So your order block just forms here and life is beautiful, you know, sunshine and rainbows, and you take a short here. But in the real world, there are times when buy-side liquidity exists at other prices, not just overnight session high. So this push must reach for that liquidity or that key level first before you see a change in the state of delivery. This is my overnight session profile 1. There you go. So now let's clear up the joins. So way before any chart prints, yeah, I think I finally get a chance to use this thing here. There we go. Nice. So way before anything prints, you're looking at this delivery and you're saying, okay, cool. Higher time frame, key level, overnight session, liquidity is above here. You'd love to see price trade above this. Then an up candle low gets taken and all the good stuff. You're also looking at the range right here and you're realizing that there's a whole lot of higher lows in here. So while I'm expecting price to trade higher, right? If I see an opportunity that allows me to take a long from inside overnight session while internal liquidity or imbalances are being filled, so internal liquidity being taken or imbalances are being filled, that could set up a run higher that could offer you your 50 points and you'll be done for the day. If not, you allow that to form, wait for your change in the state of delivery, and then you go short. Now, it's easy now to look at this and see all the higher lows that price could trade to. So I'm not going to go into all of that. Because we're bearish, your main focus is when does an up candle form and we take its low and then trade low. So I think this is how it works. Pause. Okay, cool. So this would be the first up candle in real time. If you're watching price live, this is the first up candle that we traded below. This is clearly not an order block because the liquidity has not been taken. So if you saw this up candle here being taken, it's low, and you got the idea like this to go short when it retraces and then put your stop inside a pool of liquidity. Wait, magnets on. Put your stop inside a pool of liquidity and then frame this idea. That is madness because you don't expect a change in the state of delivery prior to liquidity being taken or prior to an imbalance being filled. Since right here at your order block where your quote unquote anticipated entry would be, there is only liquidity and no imbalance, so you cannot anticipate that. You should not, right? Let me not say cannot. You should not expect that. So you're waiting for the most logical thing, which would be overnight session high to be taken, and then CSD. This is the first candidate right here because it closes above. So from a key level standpoint, I'll be watching that, or I would be watching that. So if this next candle at 8:40 Chicago time takes this low, we all know we're shorting that, right? It doesn't get taken. Price trades higher. That low doesn't get taken. There's a small up candle here whose low got taken here. I wouldn't be comfortable selling that because this is my CSD. Price has shown me no interest to go below this low, so you cannot look to sell that. It's madness. Anyway, price continues being aggressive. It runs up. Your key level has been hit. Now that your key level has been hit, the next most logical thing to do is to keep that candle's low in mind. If we trade below here in real time, I'd be thinking, sell this, put my stop at the high. Life is beautiful. A down candle form because price traded higher. This low is not taken. I'm not short. Another up candle forms. I'm not short. This takes this up candle's low, then pulls back. I'm interested in shorting at 9:15 a.m. on an M5 chart. Lower time frames will obviously give you refinements, but right here at 9:15, I'm interested in going short. So I'll either short this or go to an M1, refine and short. We'll do both for today. After you go short here at 9:15, all your criteria has been met. Buy side has been taken, CSD, you're now fully bearish. You're looking at mile markers. If price is truly trading lower to overnight session low, which is what we all want, your trade idea, no refinements, just using this, looks something like that. The most rudimentary thing ever. This is the idea. If you're not already short here, this is the next thing you're looking at. So any kind of retracement and you want to go short, this idea is 965 down to 852. So roughly about 110, if my math is correct. About 110 points. I don't need 110 points to be happy. I could get 50 points here, and that's enough, and I'd walk away. All right? So what's important is all the criteria. If it was a checklist, step 1, step 2, step whatever, and then you take your trades, the liquidity has been taken, the CSD has been done. You're just looking for a retracement, that's all. So there's your trade. Bam, pause right here. That's it. Mechanical, little bit of drawdown, take profit hit. I'm not going to look at, oh, you could have gotten more, you could have done all of that. Nobody cares. You just want one idea that you could frame with rules every single day, and you get in and out. Now, typically, I don't do M1 charts, but I am going to outline a little bit of M1 today, just to show how I got my entry. Now, this candle here represents the M5 up candle's low. Inside the M5, we have price trading through that high right here. A little bit higher. And we are not closing above. This, to me, is the definition of a rejection block. So after the hourly candle closes, somewhere here, that would have already gone. When this happens, I'm interested in going short. So since the liquidity has already been taken, I'm only interested in now a CSD. Up candle low taken, I want to sell the retracement. So on principle, you could sell any of these retracements that get back to this 908 M1 candle. So let's say you took this one, for example, at what's this? 14,987. You have the highs right here. That's about 5 and 3, 8-point stop. 8-point stop in reality can work, but I like 20-point stop. I think that should be standard. 20-point stop and 50-point take profit. That's what you're looking at right here. If you're not going to do that, you're waiting for another change in the state of delivery here. You don't have to get the best entry. But once the buy side run is done and price starts to trade through up candles lows, you're now interested in a retracement to short. Now, take a look at this structure inside here. And I want you to think about one single statement. Retracements seek internal liquidity or imbalances. There is no internal liquidity here because the run from this high down to this low did not create a short-term high. It just grabbed and left, which means the only thing inside here that I'd look at is imbalances. That FEG. There. Feed might be different, doesn't matter. Just pay attention to the structure, and you could backtest on your own. I want to short that imbalance. Price trades up, hits the imbalance, perfect, run. So, in hindsight, your trade idea looks like that. Stops above here. That looks like a nice 20 points. Unless I'm not paying attention, but doesn't matter right now. First objective is the M5 candle that swept overnight session high. Once we're breaking that, then we're obviously bearish. And this 73 down to 14,900. It's a 70-point trade. That's enough to walk away and not care about this. Same idea here. Same thing you use to frame this entry. You think about it here. Price ran up, took liquidity, pushed down. If it's retracing, must be for one of two things: an imbalance inside that price run or internal liquidity. Now, contrary to this price swing, we did have a little bit of short-term highs there, plus an imbalance. So let's do this. Let's put a form-fitted entry here and say you sold into that mechanically or did the same thing, wait for CSD. Up candles lows taken here. You're looking at some type of shorts in here. Let's say that. Stop maximum for me would be above this candle's high. If we're taking this candle's high after all of this, then clearly this is not bearish. At that point in time, I'm now looking for new lows. New lows would be first objective, second objective, and then whatever downside objective we had in mind, which would have been this. For some persons who are more patient and swing trader mentality, all of these could be extended down to that, like a true guru, making this trade a 9R. Beautiful. And then that, there you go. So, hopefully this helps. Lots of more informational overnight session reviews coming up shortly. Do hope this helped. Thank you for coming out and enjoy the rest of your day.